Welcome to Michelle's Opinions.
Hey guys, welcome to Michelle's Opinions. I hope everybody is doing well today. Let's give it a little bit of time for people to actually come in. For me to start on time is not actually that normal. If there are people in the room, please say hello so I know you're there. Make sure everything is working right and you guys can hear me. Today I want to talk about the three major energy waves that I witnessed, and I know that there is many of you who have also, witnessed these yourself or taken part in one of these major uptakes of awakenings that, has been going on with us. It looks like YouTube is messing with me. Hold on, let me try and do it from, instead of going onto that page, I will go to my home page. Update there we go. I didn't need to mute that. Okay. Make sure that my sound is coming through okay. You guys let me know if you can hear me okay. Excuse me. Also, after we talk about the topic, I have done some homework and actually got some help from Dan from Scarab Performance on another software for call-ins. It's called Uber Conference, and it's got a PIN code and everything. I could have up to 5 people on hold, and you put in the PIN and it says to join free conference, so it should be free for everybody, no matter where you're at, to come in and be able to talk about what is going on in your world, with your journey, with your experiences. And there's so much going on right now, guys. Let's start off with talking about the three waves that I personally witnessed or took part in. And the first one was in 2001. I don't know how many people woke up in 2001 around that 9/11 incident. It's like something shifted. But that's the year that they decided that I was having night terrors and trying to give me medications to make it stop. And then, so that was one that I personally felt, and that's when I felt that the first one that impacted me. 2012 was another huge one. And on that one, it broke through any medications, any boundaries, any barriers, or anything like that. And the next big one that I've noticed was 2015, 2016. I also feel that, and I know you guys can sense it too, that we're getting ready for another big awakening. And in 2015, 2016, it's like a bunch of people popped awake and started going through the refinement period, seeking out, asking questions, diving deeper. Hi, the carp. How's my sound coming? Is it all good? Can you hear me okay? Because I don't have anybody in here. It's me. So you guys just got me today. I think this is an important topic. And then, hi Simba, and for us to realize, it's a bit echoey. Yeah, I don't have my permanent studio yet. Let me try that off. Okay. Is that better? Echo, echo, echo. Yeah, because I have it plugged up to be able to take those calls through my desktop. You know what I can do. I think I've had to do this before when I don't know if you guys heard the intro. And I need to go down here and just give me 1 second. You guys know it's a learning curve. I'm learning all this software, trying to make things better for you and more pleasing to the eye, more interactive, and you know, this platform that I've set up, it's about unity and diversity. It's about seeing the beauty in all the different cultures. It's about, you know, people expressing themselves, their passions, without holding any judgments against, you know, anybody that comes forward to share their gifts, their abilities, and what they have passion about. I don't, you know, share the same, you know, I may not share the same structures, or it may not be the same as the journey that I'm on, but I'm broadening my perception to see, you know, the commonalities in all of the different things that are going on. So, and I know you guys know by now, by the diverse guests that I have on here, is to show, you know, that we are all on our narrow path. And, you know, it's narrow because you're the only one on it. But on the same token, you know, when we look at what happened in 2015, 2016, which we know as the quantum effect or the Mandela effect, that seemed to touch all walks of life, every country, every culture, every religion, every political side. It didn't matter. None of that stuff mattered. Everybody was touched by that. So those barriers, or those boxes, you know, didn't hold any water. You know, the boxes became saturated with the water and are just falling apart. So, hi, the Kryptonian. Is there anything you can do about it? Is it still echoing? How bad is the echo? Echo, echo. How's that? I don't hear the echo, so I don't know. I did turn off the sound for. I turn off the sound for this one, but I just gotta remember to turn it back on. Is that better? Simba? It does. I do notice that whenever I have the desktop on, because I plan to take in calls, it pipes through my mic also. So to make it easier for the sound to come through clearly to you guys. So but we'll get to that part, and I don't want to mess with that, because if I do, then you guys won't be able to hear. And notice that it'll clear up, and then it'll do it again. It'll clear up, and I'm not sure if it's a Google thing, a YouTube thing, or I'm not sure, or if it's an energetic thing, or I don't know. Okay. 2015, 2016, there was a major wake up that went, and it touched everybody, every walk of life. It didn't matter the boundaries and backgrounds, and none of that seemed to matter on that one. And I don't know about you guys. I don't know when your first awakening happened, or you know, when this amazing journey started really taking off for you, but it was a pretty lonely walk for me in the beginning. To find people going through the same things, it wasn't easy. And then since 2015, 2016, there's a lot of people talking about this, and I think it's good, because I think we're getting ready to hit another big wave like that. So everybody who is speaking their truth on what you went through, you will bring comfort to other people that are just going to be going through this process. So just remember that, and know that, you know, that you're doing the service to others by you going through it, and seeing it and experiencing it, they can find some comfort, they can find some affirmations, synchronicities, and your testimony may not be exact because we're all unique and individuals, but there's a lot of similarities there, enough for them to find some comfort. Hi, Rainbow Phoenix, how are you? So it's still echoing that bad? I wonder why. If I turn it down, then people can't hear me. Is that better? Did that get rid of the echo? I know there's a delay, so I'll wait and see what you guys say, but I don't know if you guys can hear me now. Okay, audio, I'm in my OBS. Everything's off, so you try that one, but now it just won't be on stereo. Did that fix it? Let me know. Yes, it is important that people step up and take their positions. Okay, the sound is great. Okay, all right. Maybe people just need to, you know, redo it. I turn it off on stereo, so it's no longer on stereo. But I'm gonna have to turn that back on because I want to take some phone calls from you guys trying this new software. It's called Uber Conference, and then I'll put the number up here, and you put in a pin, and it tells you to join the free conference, and then I'll mute you when you come in. I can have up to 5 people on hold in there, and here's the thing, you don't miss anything that's going on, so you can mute your computer, and when you come in, you'll still hear what's going on. You'll still be able to partake in the chat, and then as I go across and pull people on to share what they know or what's going on with them, then yeah, it's pretty cool. So this is my first time trying it, and I've been trying to look into something that would be free for no matter where you're at in the world. So you know, trying to make this easier and easier for everybody to step up and share. We're still doing that launch. Now, Liera was on with me on the launch, and you know, she has different things for hers than I do for mine. Mine's, you know, voluntary and free. You know, you're going to get the same information. I'm staying out in the public. So there'll be a few things going on in there with the Patreons because I like to make things fun and interactive, and I think a lot of it will be that what's going on in the Patreon, like let's say YouTube pulled a fast one or whatever, we'd still be able to continue on through the Patreon platform. So it's kind of like having a backup to make sure that we can just continue with the great work that we're doing and stay together. I just watched something from one Eileen. I think you guys should all subscribe to her. She's an amazing person. And she was talking about them taking down Alex Jones. And truly him being sponsored by corporations, they kind of control the content. With us being a grassroots movement, we can still flow with the content of what is happening with us, and there's no control on it. So they're not going to, you know, be able to harm us or hurt us or stop our endeavors or stop spreading truth or control by saying, well, you're getting X amount of dollars from us, and so if you don't say what we want you to say, we're just going to take away all your funding. Grassroots is the way we're going to go. We're one big family here, and that 3 days, 30, and then 33 days, the winners and all that stuff will be, it's still going on until I think tomorrow at 4 o'clock my time, Pacific Standard Time. So we reached that goal of 30. You know me, I'm more of a giver, and I'm overcoming things here with being a gracious receiver. I like to give. I'm more of a giver, but we have to be in balance and be able to receive graciously with gratitude and not block other people from being cheerful givers. So everything has to be in balance. Okay, back to these waves. Do you remember when your wake up was? Did it fall along any of those huge like shifts or, you know, wake ups that happened to a lot of people? I'm only able to talk about 2001, 2012, and in 2015-16. I'm thinking it was a push in 2015 as people started to wake up, but then their awareness started setting in 2016. So I would have to say it was a 2015 push. And I feel like here in 2018, with this planetary, everybody on the right side of the sun, these energies that we're dealing with and everything that's going on, that we're getting ready for another huge awakening of the, what we would call, or I've heard called, I wouldn't call them, I just say, you know, people are still in their, having their experience, but non-participant players or people that we would think are asleep, are going to go through their wake-up process. Everybody in their season, everybody in their time. We can't have the whole world going nutty, because that's what it felt like for me, at least, that I was like, oh my God, everything's so backwards, inverted, and, you know, with the dreams and the visions and all these things going on, I thought I was losing my mind. And we can't have everybody going, like, thinking they're losing their mind all at the same time. We can't do that. We need to stay where we are, you know, in some kind of balance. And the divine plan is perfect, so that there are people that are aware and able to take their positions and share what they're going through and bring comfort to others, that they're not going crazy, that this is a normal thing that everybody's going through. It's an awakening process, and it's absolutely beautiful. I've noticed a lot of people complaining of ascension symptoms, but I want to talk a little bit about ascension symptoms and empathy, as that is a big part of what we go through here. Is, you know, you get your empathetic heart, and you could feel things that are going on around you. And a lot of times when you're feeling ascension symptoms and stuff, it could be that you're picking it up from people that are around you. So we need to, you know, learn, you know, where's the source of that coming from? Is it truly ours? And when we pick that stuff up, then we can convert it and process it, and then put it back out with a, you know, a new intentions, a new, because energy is neutral. It doesn't have any biases. So if somebody's not feeling well and all of a sudden you're sharing the same symptoms as that person, it's your empathy, you know, your morphogenic field is crossed over in theirs, like with the flower of life. So you are actually taking on some of that burden onto yourself, and then you got to realize it's not yours, and how to ground it out of you in a way that it doesn't just ping pong around and do more harm outwardly. That's something that I'm working on now. It just, you know, after the third time that this has happened, it's like a confirmation. Excuse me, I need to get a drink. It's like a confirmation that this is truly going on with us. So we need to learn how to take it, what we take, and when we take it onto ourselves, we don't want to just chuck it back out as something negative or harmful, but we actually transmute it while, it's part of, the work that we're doing here. We're doing more than we think we are. We think that if we're not out there in the 3D and marching in picket lines and protesting and that we're not doing anything. No, my friends, we're doing things on a level that, people won't necessarily see it, but they'll definitely feel it as it impacts them in such a positive way. And we don't go after wanting any kind of pat on the backs for it or any kind of kudos and thank yous. It's just something that it's coming back into our nature, back into our natural abilities. And, I think that's a lot of times why we learn as we grow that what's going on, because, you're helping people, you don't know you're helping people, and then all of a sudden, people are feeling better around you, and you may be feeling like gaga, but you're repurposing that energy and sending it out with new intentions, or even sending it out back as a neutral, but you're not sending it back out as something that is harmful to other people. So, provoking thought here, guys. Think about these things. Think about the symptoms that you're having. Think about, what may be going on within other people that are, linked in or that you've linked to. Use discernment and make sure that you're making healthy, you're courting yourself to healthy people that want the best for you, and learn how to sever cords of people that are not necessarily wanting the best of intentions for you. So it's a learning process. It's absolutely amazing. Let me see. I put in the show more notes. Let's see what we were going to talk about. The major shifts, energy waves, and I personally noticed it means, okay, the feedback on how it's affecting you. We just talked about that, and the symptoms, and we just talked about that, and how we figure out how to discern. Okay, how we discern whether it's ours or somebody else's is we listen. Listen to what people are saying. Have you guys got to the point where when somebody's talking that you can feel their intentions behind their words, like if they have positive intentions for you, or they get angry with you without a cause, or they're just frustrated, or and you're just kind of blown away by it, and you could feel it before it happens. You can feel the tension before it happens, and then we can make wiser choices on what can we do to help that other person to not be, let's, for lack of a better word, call it triggered, because I don't want to trigger anybody. And I don't want to hurt anybody, but at the same time, to be effective in what we're doing here, we can't keep attaching ourselves. And my heart is a problem for me, that I attach myself, and I love everybody so much that sometimes I attach my heart to people that don't necessarily have the same feelings, or respect for me that I do for them. So it's a learning process. It's always a learning process. Before I open up the phone lines, which I'm going to do here in just a minute, because I really want to try this Uber conference and see if somebody from out of the country can actually call in and see how clear the sound is for you guys. I found that it was much clearer than the Google Voice was, so yeah, we're going to test that out. What was that? Oh, I just went blank on it. Oh my gosh. Somebody help me out. What was it? Oh, I know what it is. I have that Facebook group, but it seems like I'm getting pummeled with friend requests from activist groups. Now, if you're in the Facebook group, you are able to invite people in. Now, but I I really hope that you bring people that are seeking after higher things, and on their spiritual development and who and what they are. But because if I don't know who you are and you're sending me a friend request, and when I look at your page, you're an activist, and I've gotten over 20 of them so far. I'm not going to put you in the room. I don't know who you are, and it might help if you tell me where you met me from in a little message or something, so that way I can kind of be a little more familiar with you. But I have to protect the people that are in the room already, because we're there to share what we know and listen so we grow. And I don't want the room being taken over by activists. And I mean, when I mean activists, I mean like they want you to go and picket and protest and be violent, and because we're at a point, guys, where we understand that that is not what is necessary to make the changes that we want to see here. We don't have to go out into the 3D physical and do harm or shout down other people or belittle others or try to prove that our way is the right way. Everybody is in this and learning as we go and growing within themselves. It's like the seed is planted, and if you keep on watering it, it's growing and growing and growing. And as we're coming out of the worldly ways of things, we are seeing that things can be done on a different level without harming other people or trying to prove that we're right. So that's what I wanted to announce about the Facebook group. So if your purpose is to stir up, an activist group type thing where one person is right or one group is right over another, that's not what the Facebook platform is about at all. It's about equality. It's about seeing the divine in each other. It's about listening to each other and being patient with one another and growing together in our own unique, divinely appointed footsteps. Okay, I'm going to open up the conference. Hold on, I'm going to open that up first, and then I'm going to put the number up here. And I'm going to do it on my computer. Yes, these are settings.
This free conference call is provided by Uber Conference. You are the first participant on this Uber conference.
Can you guys hear that?
Hold while we wait for the others to join.
Okay. You guys probably should have been able to hear the Uber conference. Let me... I guess it plays music. Can you guys hear the music?
Well, I've been sitting here all day. I've been sitting in this waiting room.
I don't want to hear the music. I want to mute it.
And I've been waiting on my friends. Yes, I'm waiting on this conference call. All alone.
Oh, no.
And I'm on hold. Well, yes, I'm on hold.
Hold on a second, guys.
I hope it's not all day. Hey! Well, I wonder where they are. Yes, I wonder where my friends have gone. Where did they go? Tell me, where could they be while I'm waiting on this conference call? I don't know. Well, I'm holding on my phone. Yes, I'm holding on the line.
Well, now you guys can hear me.
I don't know
I guess the
where
music
they are. I
not that
don't
bad.
know why
Let
I'm
me pull
still
up the
alone.
phone number.
I'm on hold. Oh yes, I'm on hold. I hope it's not all day. Hey!
Well, let me tell y'all a story about a man who was on hold all day. Yes,
Did
he
you guys
was.
hear the music?
Now, maybe he had the time wrong, and maybe he didn't. There's just no way for me to say.
I'm gonna have to ask Scarab if you guys can hear that. How to
I've seen some long
mute
hold
that.
times in my day. Yes, I
First
have.
time trying.
This was one of the worst.
Interesting.
Now, this young man did not hang up the telephone, and you guess what happened? Yeah. That call began. That call started.
So stay on hold.
And that's the pin that you put in to get into the free conference call.
Ooh, don't go away.
So you dial that number, and then it'll say, enter the pin to enter the free conference call. Maybe that music will stop. Let's see if you guys can hear it. You can hear it? You can hear the music? Oh my gosh. Is it overpowering? I think until somebody comes in, it's going to do that. It'll play the music for us. Or I need to have a secondary person in the conference room. So, I don't know. It's weird. I don't think he does. I'll have to ask him. It's silly. Well, somebody call in and let's see if it'll mute that. And I want to make sure, I'm sure it'll mute the music as soon as somebody calls in. Up to 5 people can be on hold, and I will put you on hold if somebody's already on the line talking. I think it's 001 is the you know, because it's 1720. It would be 001 is the country code, but it still should be a free conference call. So when you call that number, Sharon, it should say, to enter free conference call, enter PIN, and that's the 54583. I think it's a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. Oh, you guys, don't you love it when we're trying new equipment? Gotta love it. I think so, Sharon. I think our country code is 001 because our when we dial a number, it's like I would have 1-720-835-5357 is what I would dial to join the conference. Okay, we've got Perrine, Florida on with us. Hello, you're on Michelle's Opinions. How are you?
Hello?
Can you hear? Oh.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Sure, who am I speaking to?
You're on Michelle's Opinions. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, Michele.
Hi, how are you?
How you been?
I have been fine. Let's see how the sound is coming through for people, if they can hear you good. You want to tell a little bit about what's going on with you there in Florida?
Sure. Okay. All right, let me cut off the phone. I'm listening through the headphones. Yeah, so, no, I just wanted to call and say that, thank you, Michelle, and all the work that you're doing. And I really, think it's, beautiful, the kind of things you're doing. Unfortunately, hold on one second. I can't hear you, but I can't hear you talking.
You can't hear me talking? You shouldn't have to listen to you should be able to mute the show because it's just me and you talking,
Okay.
but you should be able to still be able to watch the text
Oh,
stream.
okay, I see it.
Yeah. And we've
Yeah, how you
got one on
doing,
hold.
Andy? Yeah, it's, formally transmission, yeah. I've,
What?
you know, I've been doing a lot of work and stuff like that. That's why I wanted to.
I thought your
Just
energy felt very familiar. Okay. What do you have to share with us today?
That there are many effects with this gate. First of all, the gate has been for a while on this planet, but what it is in a transformation stage to provide us the necessary tools that we need as far as the ascension. Because mainly the gate was dormant, but active in certain other aspects, which, you know, I won't say it here today, but as far as the energies is concerned, it is definitely masculine, and it addresses a lot of things that work with masculine energy in each one of us. So it, and then I've been doing a couple of videos on that with the DNA and how it's been working with the different aspects of it. And I've been able to channel the particular beings today, and I got a video coming up. They're the insectoid species, which are very, very good on dimensional shifts, and when they work with timelines. They've been assisting a lot of the people here, along with the angelic wind makers, which are also part of the wind makers. Actually have a core. A cave that they actually built. There's about 7 of them, and I noticed today through the Lion's Gate that we actually had a Mandela effect on all my pictures of the cave, which were.
Are you talking about the 8818?
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
The 8818.
Yeah. Yes. There's been a streaming of the timeline, so the frequencies are running fast. It's kind of like we have a direct path, so that there are a couple of more kinks, but they're really minor, like little bumps in the road, but they won't create that much of a disturbance as far as the ME effect. But as far as the ME, I monitor routinely those pictures. There are like 23 of them, and they're part of my lineage, the wind makers, which then I monitor them on purpose, because then if they do change, then I know that another cave was activated, which that's what happened. We're past the 3rd cave. They have 7, so we're really on to the process of being revealed a lot of different information and stuff. So, which means that we're going to be revealed some information pertaining events and stuff which need to occur for this planet
Well, we're going to have you just come back on the show and reveal what you got going on. We've got other people on hold, and I don't want to leave them hanging too long. Transmissions, I'm so happy to hear your voice. Oh my gosh. I thought you fell off the radar, so make sure you email me the link to your channel, because it looked like you cleared everything out, and I definitely want to watch the video you're going to be putting out. Thank you so much for all your words of encouragement. You're a doll, and I love you so much. And now we've got, let's see, we've got somebody from out of the country in Bermuda.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. So let's let them have a chance. Yes, great. Thank you so very much for calling in and testing this out, and let's see how it works with people. And I want to make sure everybody can hear you clearly. And I think this is Sharon, and I've been looking forward, to. We were supposed to get together months ago.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
I actually got through in the end.
Nice. And the code and everything worked well for being out of the country?
Yes, that was fine. 001. Because I rang it before, and my operator on this end said that's the wrong number, and I thought there must be a code to ring from outside. But yeah, that's absolutely fine now.
Nice.
Yeah, so
what you got,
very,
Sharon?
very interesting energies at the moment.
Yes. Yes.
Very intense. Very, very intense.
So what's going on with you with that? I mean, I know I've been feeling them. So what's going on with you with that? I just watched one of your latest videos, actually.
Oh, have you?
Yes, I have. I try to go around and see what's going on with everybody that I've met, because as we're going, I want to get to know everybody. And yeah.
It's funny, Michelle, because I was going to ask you today if you wanted to do a tour. And when this opportunity come up, it was funny because you said, I want somebody to ring from outside of the country. And I thought, that's me.
That's you.
I've got to ring.
And it was free, right? It said to enter this conference, free conference call. You put in the PIN.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. And can you guys hear her okay? Is it coming through clear? I want to make sure that the chat can hear you.
Yeah.
It was nice to see, hearing from Transmissions. My goodness. Haven't heard from him for a while. Yes, Glowing's affirmed she can hear you. Wonderful. Okay, go on, Sharon.
Oh, that's good. Hi, everybody. Yes, the energies are very, very intense. I'm feeling quite nauseous, dizzy, headache, quite a bit of fatigue. Can't really sleep in the daytime though. But I'd say that early evening I'm pretty much absolutely shattered. Feeling a very, very intense feeling that I don't belong here. Now I've had this before, but lately I'd say the last couple of weeks I've just felt like where I live isn't my home, England isn't my home, and I thought at one point, am I being guided abroad? Am I meant to be leaving England eventually? But it's become so intense, it's, absolutely crazy at the moment. And I know that spiritually some say it says in the Bible, doesn't it, that we're aliens too.
Yeah, we're in this world, but not of this world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're in the world, but not of it. And I've always known this, and always felt that. But lately, those feelings have become really, really intense in the fact that it's almost made me feel sad in a way. And I couldn't understand what was going on, because there's joy in the spirit, you see. I'm feeling joy and peace as well, but there's this sadness that's coming with that, and I don't know what it is. It's feeling like a foreigner in a strange land.
Right.
But
everything here seems so backwards and inverted. At least it does to me. But it's starting to line out as we're going through this like process, and we begin to understand who and what we are, that we don't need to be out there physically shouting people down or forcing them into our beliefs. We go through, the only one we can change is ourselves. We can put the tools out that we've learned and the experiences that we've had, and bring comfort to so many people, because this is happening. This is not something that is going to be in the future. This is now. It's happening now, and different people are being touched now all the time. So and we feel you feel like as this is going on, you distance yourself from certain things, because I was inundated with all of that 3D. I was. But now it's like I feel like a foreigner. Like I don't belong in that. It's not. There's nothing there for me. It's like, what? Things have definitely changed.
Yes, definitely. I think it's hard for family to understand that 1 minute, a few years ago, you're somebody that comes round all the time and talks and is life and soul of the party sort of thing, to going into being on my own and quite quiet, and they don't understand what's happening to me, and they also don't understand why I need to be away from them, and this is something that's had to happen for me to grow and be on my own in the spirit and find out what's going on. And it's almost like the Holy Spirit, Creator Source, whatever you see her, has put a kind of a hand in front of certain people. And every time I've gone to sort of, let's say I'm going to visit, I think, I'm going to visit my auntie or my nan, and it's like there's a no. It's like, and I go, I must pull back, but that they don't understand. They think I'm kind of, from their point of view, probably rejecting them.
No, you got to do your inner work, and so do they. But
exactly, yeah.
But I promise everything will be okay with that, because I just spent a week down at my parents' house because of the surgical, the need. I was needed down there, so I went. Yes, and I witnessed a miracle. I mean, it was nothing short of a miracle. The age of both of my relatives, one was brought into the different hospital about an hour away from the one my mom was in the emergency room, needing emergency surgery because it perforated his appendix. Then my mom was having major surgery, which was only supposed to last 3 hours, which is long enough, but it ended up taking 4.5 hours. So that's a long time to be under sedation. For her to bounce back the way she did was absolutely amazing. And I have to say, I felt the same way that, people just aren't going to understand that. But my parents actually supported me on Patreon. They're one of my supporters. Isn't that just sweet?
Aww.
I thought,
so lovely.
It just made me want to cry. It's like they watch the videos. They don't think of me as a nutter. It's like we feel like our family just doesn't understand, but they come around. They all in
Yeah.
due time. So, yeah, don't worry about that, because it's gonna be fine. But you're doing more by isolating yourself and repurposing. That's gonna, it's like on their behalf, you know. I mean,
Exactly, that's true.
it's amazing.
Because the energies around them are so intense. Sometimes you just can't handle, you know, the situation. I mean, I'm finding it hard just going to the supermarket, you know, and it's like you can feel everybody's energies, and you know, I get back home and I'm like, wow, I need at least an hour to unwind from that, you know. But yeah, it's amazing what's happening with this awakening, and because of the internet, you know, everybody's around the world, you know, connecting with each other, and it's absolutely a fascinating time, isn't it, to be alive?
I'm just telling, well, I could actually just tell them. Other people can call in. That's one thing about this software, is we can have up to 5 people on hold. It's free. You can hear, and when you were on hold, you could hear us, right? You can hear us.
I can hear you and the guest, yeah.
You can hear us talking, so you're not missing any of the show. You just mute your show, and you can still be in the chat and everything, and you're on hold. And then I know then, you know, that we need to go on to another person and give everybody a chance to talk. And Sharon, a long time ago, a few months ago, you had mentioned that you were wanting to come on for an hour and share what you know with other people. I'm still open to that. My email and everything's in the show more notes, and you know how to get a hold of me. So yeah, I would just love that. And
so how does that work? Do you do Zoom or Skype, or
we do it in Google Hangouts? I'll send you a Hangout link, and you'll come on in, and so it's pretty easy peasy. And then when I have guests on, it's about the guest. I want to hear what's going on with you and share what you've got, you know. And then we put your channel information, because not everybody's going to resonate with what I'm going through, and maybe they'll resonate, you know. So this is bigger than one person. This is more about waking people up and helping people move along into the leadership roles that each and every single one of us are. So yeah, so that's how those work, and it's very simple. So yeah.
That's brilliant, Michelle. I'll do that. I'll let the next person come on now, and we'll have a catch up soon. I'm just thinking about the time. How many hours ahead are you of England, or are you behind?
Well, it's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon for me.
So it's 9 o'clock at night here.
So we can do a day show.
So we could do a day show, couldn't we?
Yeah, I'll do a day show, so it won't be so late on you at night.
Yeah, okie doke. No problem, Michelle.
And there's nobody on hold right now, so you can continue on until somebody else calls in, and you should be able to see them too, right? You can see if there's callers on hold. Sharon?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
But I'm on a landline. I'm not on a mobile or anything.
Gotcha.
I can't. I've got no screen on this phone, so I can't see anything now. But it's really good, isn't it? The conference calling and the fact that it's free.
Yes.
I mean, I just find if I had to pay, I was going to ring in anyway. But it's fantastic. It really is.
I'm trying, you know.
Everybody gets the.
Somebody was having a problem calling in on the Google Hangout, Google Voice. So I, you know, looked into, and then Scarab shared this with me. So then I looked into this and what I needed to do. And I think there is an option.
It's somebody Scarab.
Yes, Scarab. Yeah, he's so sweet. And we share information with each other. And, you know, I'm trying to make it free for people across the
Yeah.
world to call in and try to keep this so open, and I'm trying to do the best that I can to reach
I think
out.
I'm going to make a donation, and it'd be good if we could all start making a few, what we can to help out, because it's so important that we're not only connecting with each other, because it can be a lonely journey, but we're helping people across the world to awaken as well. So it's such a worthy cause.
We're doing the Lionsgate Patreon thing right now with the 3 days, 30. Now, although I launched with Liera, what happened is she was a content creator, and she actually signed up as I sent her an invitation. As a content creator, you have to prove that you actually are active. You can't, it's not like PayPal. There's some conditions and stuff that have to be met. And so she came on with me, and we launched that, and we're still in the 3 days, 30 people, and then we're going to give some prizes away in 33 days, because if something was to happen to this platform, I could spring up over there on Patreon, and we can continue going. And, it's like a cost of a cup of coffee, $5 a month really isn't that much. And they take the least amount of fees. So if you're interested in that for your own channel, let me know, and I'll send you an invitation link over there so you can get that launched for your own. It takes a little bit to get everything all, signed up and everything, but the fees are a lot less. So the funds actually go to the content creator, so we can, because there is an area on this this platform where we pay for it. Right now I'm using it for free, but I don't know how long it'll let me use it for free, but I'm going to use it until it'll have me, and then but I think it's pretty amazing that it allows people from other countries to call in at no cost. That's what I'm trying to do, is make it available for everybody, no matter what the circumstances are. So there's some options there, and I appreciate that. All the support gets dumped right back into it, so thank you. It's really sweet. It is very sweet. So, but I still have the PayPal. It's just PayPal. It just costs people money. It costs the donator, it costs the receiver, and then they transfer it out. They just want fees. But yeah, I know.
PayPal's always asking for something.
And Patreon actually gives us a platform too, so it's nice. You'll see. If you go look at it, the link is in the show more notes too, so you can see what I've got set up for there, and I'll send you the invitation link, so you'll have it for yourself to look at.
Brilliant.
Yes, because I think, we don't want corporations sponsoring us. We want to keep this grassroots. No. We want to keep this open, and we want to keep it flowing. I don't want anybody having to, I don't want to worry about, they're going to yank my funding if I don't do what they tell me to do. I want this to be about us, our growth, and what we're going through together, because it's way more important to wake up. The message is way bigger than the messenger. Way bigger than the messenger. So, when we get into controlled content or sponsored content, then that's not good. So I prefer the grassroots type of a situation. Also, it helps you control it a little bit about what you're spending. In the super chats, I'll be like, did I donate to that channel? Because there's some that I support, and then I'll forget, and then I'll blow my budget. So.
I like the fact that you interview a lot of different people.
Yes.
And get a lot of different views on this awakening. It's absolutely fantastic, that is, because it gives everybody an opportunity to look at different perspectives. Because you've had quite a few guests and they've all mainly got something different to say, but we're all sort of in the same boat, even though we've got different perspectives. I think it's brilliant, Michele.
Yes, and I there's no judgment. I have no judgment. I just honor the people that come on, because it's a big step to come forward and tell your testimony. It's a big step, and we shouldn't judge each other. We should glean and use discernment. Not everything's going to resonate, but take what does. Oh my gosh, and we'll find we do. I am personally finding that we have more in common than we ever have that will separate us. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. And then we'll stop dividing and we'll come together and then just watch this place change overnight. Just change overnight.
We're definitely evolving into something.
Yes, we are. Have you noticed any kind of glittering on your palms or anything yet?
No.
Keep an eye out
but
for
I know some people online that have.
Okay.
When they shine the light on.
Yeah, I don't have to have light shine on it. All I have to do is move my hands and I can see the glitter. It's trippy.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming.
Because it do you think it's coming slowly?
Well, it seems like a process to me. I think we're going through this amazing process, each of us. And, I call it a narrow path because we're the only ones on it. But as we're going through this, it's a refinement, and we're getting rid of what doesn't serve us, and the truth is rushing in. And as we keep moving on, different things are starting to, actually manifest in the 3D world for us to actually get synchronicity, affirmation, that something is going on. But yes, I can see it on the palms of my hands very clearly. When I move my palms of my hands, I can see the sparkles. If they're sparkling, like I've been playing with glitter, or when I was in kindergarten, we put the glue down and you shake the glitter around and you get it all over the place like that. But it's smaller flecks of glitter than that. They're tiny, but they sparkle. I haven't noticed it, yet anywhere else except for on my hands, but I don't know because I'm not always staring at myself. I don't know if other people see it on my face or, but I can see my hands. So, and it's there. It's weird. But just look for it. It's gonna, what I've noticed is these things that are happening to each of us, even though different perspectives and different ways of looking, we all end up, some of the things are the same kind of like outcomes happen, it's amazing. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. Oh, we went over an hour. Oh my goodness. Really? It goes fast. Time goes fast when, I went on at noon.
That has gone really quick, honestly. I can't believe that. It seems like about 15 minutes.
I don't know how long we've been on the phone, but I've been on the air for an hour. Amazing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you've been on for an hour either.
I know. Time is like speeding up.
When you're vibrating high, I suppose everything speeds up.
It does. Time goes by really super fast. Even when I was I lost track of time when I was at my parents' house. I didn't know what date was or how long I'd been there, and they asked me if I needed to do laundry. And this is really weird, because I looked in my suitcase and my clothes were all clean. It was like, no, we don't need to worry about that. You don't need to worry about that. Right now you're doing something else. Your clothes are all clean. It was weird. And I'd been there from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was Thursday, 4 days. And I opened my suitcase and my clothes were clean. I was like, what? It was weird. It was, but the shock, I just don't let it shock. Nothing shocks me anymore. It's just like, I just kind of move through it and just say, okay, this is how it is.
Yeah. I know, nothing shocks you anymore when you've gone through stuff.
No,
Oh,
and I'm learning and I'm growing with everybody here. And I tell you, Sharon, by listening to all the different people, I am growing myself. So it is an all together. We're in this together thing. There is no better than, less than. We're all equals. We're just at different levels of awareness, but that doesn't make you any less than or more than anybody else.
No.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I want to thank, let me do this shout out to the chat and thank everybody for coming. Oh my gosh. Sharon, if you'll just stay on the conference call with me, let me zip the show up, and I want to talk to you just for a few more minutes, if you don't mind. Okay.
No, that's fine.
Okay, and let's see, we had Simba, the Krypton, Rainbow Phoenix, Glowing's Me. I love Glowing's Me so much. Sharon, who's on the line with me now, who will be coming on for an interview. Transmissions paid us a lovely visit. Candy Apple, Ascending to Beings. I think that might be his new channel. I'm gonna have to make sure I subscribe because he puts out great stuff. Double O, wow. Thank you guys all for coming. And let me just finish up for you guys. And I appreciate everybody so very much for coming. Please like, share, subscribe. Remember, we're still doing that launch on the Patreon. Information is in the show more notes. All of that is voluntary. There is no what you call paid content. Some people get confused with that. It's not a paid content thing. So I'm trying to keep it, and I am continuing to do the, doing this, making it open and free and for everybody. Trying to do my best to make it accessible for everybody.